Hey guys, it's me. It's Queen Aset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, pass it on to somebody else who might like it, and drop us a positive comment in the comment section. And don't forget to stick around to the end of this video because I got two really good, really good comments to talk to you guys about. So, an Aquarius said to me, Queen, do you think Aquarius have a savior complex? Now, I thought this was an interesting question. And the reason why I thought it was interesting is because I've heard people, especially people who don't like Aquarius, say this to me. When I talk about us being humanitarians and I talk about our causes, they say, oh, you guys just have a savior complex, or you're just playing God, or something to that effect. Now, I've already talked about Aquarius and the God complex in a different video, but Aquarius and the savior complex is a little bit different. The savior complex is basically a person who has the need to save other people. This person will always be trying to help their cousin. Their cousin will be staying with them on the couch, not paying no rent. They'll be trying to help their mama. They'll be trying to help their friends. They're always trying to help somebody who is either weaker than them or in shambles. Their life is in shambles. And it could just be situational or it could be continuous. But they'll have one or many people that they're trying to save. Now, the reason why you know it's a savior complex and not something else is because the Aquarius, or whoever the person is only doing it so people can see how benevolent they are, what a savior they are, how good they are. Now, people, narcissists or abusive people, or people who just have something to hide, this could be one of their tactics. And some of the times they don't even know. And sometimes it's not because of that. Sometimes they have a savior complex because they have low self-esteem. So if they help a person or they do something for somebody, they think that's going to make a difference in their own self-esteem. They're going to feel better about themselves. And this is a slippery slope because most of the time that's not what occurs. Usually a person with a savior complex tries to help people, it doesn't work out, and the person does them dirty. That's usually what ends up happening, and they really don't get a lot of satisfaction from it. That's why they always have another person or another situation, because they're always trying to do it again. A person with a savior complex is more than likely a person who's an empath or a healer. So if you look at the spectrum, on the positive aspect, you have a person who's an empath or a healer. On the negative, you have the person with the savior complex. The person with the savior complex is only doing it to look good, that they're doing it for their own selfish reasons, to feel better about themselves, either consciously or unconsciously. The healer or the empath, on the other hand, is somebody who does it just for the sake of doing it, because it's their calling, because it's their mission, because it's what they believe in doing. They may get paid for it and they might not. It might be their job, and it could just be something that they do to help people. It depends. It's different. But the point is that it's not something that they're doing because they want to be seen. Most of the time, people don't even know. That's how you know the difference between the two. The person with the savior complex, you're going to know. There's going to be pictures of them feeding homeless people on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Those kinds of people with the savior complex are going to make sure that people know what they've done. The healer and the empath, most people probably wouldn't know what they've done, except for the person they've done it for. So, do Aquarius have a savior complex? Well, Aquarius have a tendency to be healers, and a lot of us are empaths. So, if we are healthy and we are standing, healthy, independent, strong, then we're going to show up as the healer. We're going to show up as the empath. And that's going to be our role in our clients or our friends and family's lives. But again, it's going to be something that people might know we do it, but it's not something we brag about, boast about, or expect acclaim for, you see. A person with a savior complex is expecting all of that. So I would think that if you have what I call a light Aquarius is a high vibrational Aquarius. This is a person who's basically a good person. They might, they're normal, they're not perfect, but they have a high vibration. They try to do the right thing. They try to be kind to people. Those kind of Aquarius. They usually are humanitarians. They usually know how to use their spiritual and psychic abilities. Those kind of Aquarius, Then you have the dark, low vibrational Aquarius. Those are the ones that are going to fall into the savior complex. And the reason is because they still have the same abilities. Light Aquarius and dark Aquarius are going to have the same abilities. The healer empath vibration. But the dark Aquarius, because their vibration is so low, they're not going to be able to be effective as a healer and an empath. You have to heal thyself first. The dark, low vibrational Aquarius is not healed. So because they haven't healed themselves, but they still have that desire in them to heal. The desire to heal is what a healer is born with. That's how you know to do your job. So that Aquarius has that energy. They have that desire, but they haven't healed themselves enough to be effective to help other people. You see? So if you see an Aquarius with a savior complex, that's a healer who hasn't healed himself. That's basically what you're looking at. And it turns into the savior complex because they have the need to help. They have the need to heal or to help heal, because you don't really heal another person. You just help them heal. That Aquarius has that same need as the lighter, higher vibrational Aquarius, but the higher vibrational Aquarius is capable of actually living it out because they're healed or they're solid. They're ready. They're ready to do their mission. The dark Aquarius isn't ready for the mission, but still has that same desire. It's kind of like a woman. A woman, regardless if she's ready or not, is going to have what we call the biological clock ticking. Around a certain age, some people say 30, some people say 40, a woman with no children, her biological clock starts ticking. So either consciously or unconsciously, she starts to think about the fact that if she's going to have a baby, she's going to have to hop on it, right? But she may or may not be ready financially, emotionally, mentally for a child. But her body is going to be giving off, like, what's up? We doing this or not? So they call it the biological clock ticking. Some people say they actually feel it in their body. They feel a desire to procreate. And some people tell me it's more psychological. But either way, and me as a woman, I experienced it in my 30s too. I was like, well, if I'm going to do this, and it was a constant thought that kept coming to me, like, are you going to do this or not? And I ended up thinking not. So it didn't happen. But if my situation is ready or not, my body, my psyche is going to be, saying, hey, hey, hey. It's kind of like the same thing with this low vibrational Aquarius. Their soul is like, yo, we came with a mission. What are you doing? We came to help people. We came to, help people heal themselves. We came to work with these abilities. What are you doing? So that person is going to be feeling that tug. They're going to be feeling that energy. When I was in my chaotic days, my young days, my reckless days, I still had people and things, my little projects, my causes, and a lot of times it did come out as a savior complex. Now, me personally, I wasn't always concerned with people knowing that I did it. I was just always trying. For me, it felt more like control. Like I was always trying to tell people what to do with their lives. And to me, it was more of a control thing because I didn't have the control over my own life that I needed to have. So my savior complex came up more with control. So some people's may come up in that area as well. But the point is that it's not for the right reasons. It's really, the right reason is that your biological clock is ticking and telling you, hey, you're supposed to be healing right now. That's the right reason as far as the dark Aquarius is concerned. But the way that they actually engage in it comes out negative, flawed. It never works out right. The people that they try to help usually don't really get the help, or don't even recognize that they tried to help them. You see? Some of the times the other person is like looking at them like, you ain't do nothing to help me. And I've heard this from people with the savior complex. They'll be like, well, I did this, and they'll name all the things they did, and then be like, well, and this person didn't appreciate it. And I'm like, because it didn't come from the right energy. It hasn't come from that place of healing or trying to help them heal. I'm always very careful about the healing aspect, because I don't want people to think that another person heals you. The other person just helps you heal yourself. And I think a lot of people get that twisted, and they end up in very codependent relationships with people. So I don't want that to happen to you guys. A person helps you heal yourself. They give you the tools, the knowledge that you need. As an empath and a healer, I can pick up on what needs to happen, what's going on with them. Okay, you need this, you need that. But you're the one who has to go get the materials or get the books or do the thing. You know, I'm just telling you what it is. So I don't actually do the healing. I help you heal thyself. And that's really important, because I see a lot of people get in codependent relationships, and it's like, nah, your healer is supposed to help you, not do it for you. All right, now let's take a look at some of these wonderful comments. The first one is from Sky Sign. Sky Sign said, that Aquarius shorty is probably scared that things are going to change to a point where she thinks she's going to lose her freedom and lose herself to this man. Aquarius be scared to lose their freedom. It's so deep. Laughing my ass off. Dope video, queen. She's 100% correct. I think Sky Sign is a woman. I can't tell. But Sky Sign is 100% correct. Aquarius, when they're acting funny, sometimes it is because they're afraid they're going to lose their freedom, especially if they have feelings for you. So if I have feelings for you, and as an Aquarius, that's kind of scary. It's kind of frightening to have feelings for somebody. And one of the reasons why is because I'm thinking to myself, if I get into this person, I'm going to lose all my freedom. And you do have to give up a certain amount of freedom to be in a partnership. You see? So Aquarius do struggle with that. But it's worth it if it's the right partner. Kalia Harris, hey, what's up? Send a message. Kalia said, it is sad that our society chooses to feed off of and into negativity and the constant need for validation, the likes and exposure. I kid you not, all of this was not the norm 10 plus years ago, before social media became a thing. I truly hope a lot of people become more aware consciously of what they watch, participate, and tolerate. Thank you, Queen, for your great and substantial content. It is always and very much appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you for saying that. You're right. I have nothing to add to that. You're 100% correct. This she said this underneath a video. I left the video over the weekend. I think it was Saturday. Might have been Saturday. And the video is about hate watching and how people will come on YouTube or Instagram or different places and do this thing called hate watching. So if you want to check it out, check out Saturday's video. And basically, you know, she's right. 10 years ago, we didn't have this problem. I didn't get on the internet until 1999, and I think I was a little late, actually. So we didn't have this problem before. We probably had other things that were similar, such as people fronting and going to the club with all their ice on and things like that. But the level of importance that people put on likes and exposure and things like that is really kind of scary at times. So In that video, I talk a lot about that. All right, guys, we're done. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget, all my information is underneath this video. And if you would like to get a reading done, please email me and I'll give you an appointment. And come back soon because I have a lot more to say. See you later.